Children, in our science class, today's topic is mountains. Mountains are generally cold with very high mountains having ice caps on them. The organisms living there have adapted themselves to the very cold climate present there. The trees are cone shaped with needle like leaves. How is this adaptation helpful to them? So mountain areas, they are generally cold, and very high mountains have high ice caps on them. Okay, those so the organisms which live there, they adapt themselves according to the very cold climate which is present there. Trees are cone shaped with needle like leaves. Their leaves are also very dark green color so that they can capture more sunlight for making food in hilly areas, because in hilly areas they receive very less sunlight. The animals are also adapted to live in snow. A polar bear has white fur so that it can merge with its surrounding, and its fur is very thick so that its body is protected from the cold. Fur covers the feet also, and the feet of the polar bear are thickly padded so that they can walk easily on snow. Polar bear's body also has a thick fat layer of fat which keeps it warm, and also it provides energy during the winter month when there is less food for them. A mountain goat move very quickly on mountain slope without falling down because it has strong hoofs. Okay? A snow leopard, it is white and has long hair to protect it from snow. Interesting phenomena is observed in the case of polar fox. Polar fox has rounded body shape, okay, and it has thick warm fur and fluffy tail to survive in the cold region. Polar fox normally they don't survive, but if they survive, they live for up to 11 years. Grasslands, the land area dominated by grasses with a few trees or shrubs are called grasslands. Since the color of the surrounding is light brown, generally animals have light brown color. Now the large dominated land areas which are dominated by grass with a few trees or shrubs are called grasslands. The color of the surrounding is light brown, so the animals living there also have brown color. Trees have very long, deep roots to hold them tightly to the soil. The tree trunks is long so that the leaves are at a height to prevent them from being eaten by the animals. The branches are flexible to prevent them from breaking when strong winds blow. Lion, tiger, elephant, giraffe, deer, zebra, etc. are the animals found in grasslands. The animals which feed only on plants are called herbivores, for example, giraffe and deer. Animals which eat other animals are called carnivores, for example, lion and tiger, etc. The carnivores dominate the jungle and are always on the lookout for small or weak animals whom they can kill for food. The animals which hunt other animal for food are called predator, and the animals which are hunted by predators are called the prey. The features of both the predators and the prey are suited to their needs. A lion is a predator, therefore its hoofs are padded so that it can silently attack an animal from behind. Its big claws are hidden inside its toes but come out when it attacks. Its eyes are in front of its head so that it can see its prey clearly from very far. Its teeth are big and pointed to tear into the flesh of its prey. On the other hand, a deer, it has long but strong legs so that it can run fast. Its eyes are on the sides of its head to see in all directions and spot its enemy from all sides. Its ears are long and pointed to hear even the lightest sound. At even the hint of a trouble, it runs away very fast to escape danger. Now the carnivores, they dominate the jungle and they look for very small or weak animal whom they can eat and kill and eat as food. Animals which hunt other animals, they are called the predators, and animals which are hunted by the predators are called the prey. Both of these animals' features are suited to their needs. For example, lion, its hoofs are padded so that it can silently attack an animal from behind. Its claws are hidden inside its toes and it comes out when it attacks its prey. Its eyes are in front of its head so that it can see its prey clearly from very far. Its teeth are big and pointed to tear into the flesh of its prey. On the other hand, a deer has a strong and long legs so that it can run very fast. Its eyes are on the sides of its head so that it can see in all directions and spot its enemies from all sides. Deer's ears are also long and pointed so that it can hear the lightest sound. Even at the hint of a trouble, it runs away very fast to escape from danger. Now children, this much for today's class. Till then, stay safe, stay at home, keep on learning. Thank you children.